Or welcome back.
Freshman up there? You live it. Freshman, I ain't getting no weed. That's Dennis Gates. So you see, that's not your name, bro. You over here, bro.
I ain't looking at no names, bro.
Look at him. Jesus.
I just want to sit next to my teammates, you know. But I can't sit next to Dre, I guess.
You still sit next to him? You good?
Can't sit next to Dre.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to day 3 of the Sacramento leg of the NCAA tournament. Happy to introduce our guests from the University of Missouri: Noah Carter, DeAndre Golston, Nick Honor, and Aiden. How do you pronounce your first name?
Aiden.
Aiden, okay. Perfect. Aiden Shaw. So, fellas, you've had an opportunity to get a workout in and perhaps, I'm sure, look at a lot of tape of your opponent. What are some of your initial impressions? Open to the group.
I'll start. They're a great team. They beat a very tough Arizona team yesterday. So, just watching those guys, watching them play, just realizing that we have to be come ready to play tomorrow and get a win.
Questions for Gabe?
This is for any of you guys. We all know you've played up all year the disrespect card and the nobody thought we were going to be here card, and everybody understands why. But you're going to be favored, and I think most people probably are. You're not going to be an underdog tomorrow. So, is there a mindset flip in how you have to handle that?
That's funny you said that. There's probably still some people out there that I think will lose tomorrow. It's just been the same thing all year, really. I know we may be favored, but we're going to always carry that chip on our shoulder, just because of all the work we put in. And at the end of the day, it's a March Madness, so everyone, that's in the tournament deserves to be here. So we're just going to play our game and just do what we do.
Yeah, I'm with Nick on that one. Every game we believe we can win. So, we never go into game thinking we're the underdogs. We always believe we can compete with anybody and win. So it's nothing different.
Tony?
Thank you, Mr. Kelly. Tony Harvey, NBC Sports Radio. Just want to get your thoughts on what it takes to win this particular game, because the first round is over and the competition, tightened a little bit. Unsurprisingly, the team that you were playing, they made it to the round. So what is going to take for you guys, to pull this out, knowing what they did in that first round?
I would say as each round goes on, you need a lot more discipline in your game. And Princeton's a great team. They're very well coached, very disciplined. So we're just going to have to, read the scouting report, do our homework, and then, just play our game, really. But just a very disciplined team. So we're going to have to be disciplined as well to make it a good game for sure.
Yeah, just playing to a level that we know we can play to, matching their effort and exceeding it as well, and just bringing the intensity tomorrow. Just showing that we belong, like we believe, and coming to win.
No, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago after a game I asked you about going inside a little bit more and scoring down low, and you said, yeah, that's something I should have been doing all year. So was there a conversation or a mindset flip with you here this last 3 weeks or so? And then I'll have a follow-up for the other guys.
I wouldn't say it was something specifically. I think it was just the flow of our offense, just realizing what was working for us, and obviously it was making a positive impact, so continuing to go to it and just in practice working on it and continuing to excel my game. So just I think it was just positive for the team.
For any of the other guys that want to answer it, I mean, has what Noah's done the last couple weeks taken this team maybe a step above where you were? I mean, how big an X factor has that been lately?
Most definitely. Noah's my roommate, so we all know what he can do. But, he's stepping up at the right time, which is big for us. So I'm really just proud of him, and we want him to keep going and keep being consistent, because we know we is capable of.
Sir?
David Campbell, KCOU. This is a question for anyone. Can you guys comment on the ability of Trey Gomillion off the bench now? Obviously, he's not playing what he does. As Coach Gates the other day called him Coach Gomillion. As a player, what is that? What does he bring to the table on the bench?
I'd like to say that obviously we want him out there on the court, but his leadership role, his presence has always been there on and off the court, just as a brother, as a coach, as a leader. Very sad not to have him out there on the court, but his presence on the bench it really uplifts us, and he's definitely a difference maker.
I'm sorry, I just got to ask you this, guys. It's not so much of an X and O's type of question. It's just Dennis' leadership, his coaching style. How would you guys describe that? If I can hear that from one or two players, how is he? What is his relationship, off the court with you guys, and how that is, because yesterday he told us, he has a psychologist, that work with you guys and stuff like that. So that means you talk about discipline, Nick. I know that's part of it and stuff, but how is Dennis as far as sitting in that leadership role as a coach?
Well, if I had to speak on it, Coach Dennis Gates, he's a great guy on and off the court. So he likes to build relationships with his players, and that was one of his main points to me when he tried to recruit me, was that he wants me to invite him to my wedding and stuff like that. So bringing a psychologist in early for us really helped us build some chemistry, and so I feel like I have a connection with all my teammates, and it'll be a lifelong connection, just because Coach Dennis Gates and all of his ideologies and what he believes in. So.
And then I would say before you can win on the court, you have to win off the court. So before you can go out there and win, you have to make sure everybody's personalities, what they do best, and Coach does a great job of that by simply just asking us. We're sharing each other's backgrounds and basically how we are the way we are. And he always tells us this thing is for life. So he's not just a basketball coach. He's pretty much there for all of us every time off the court, whatever we need. We can talk to him about anything. So just a great all-around guy and even better coach.
Hey guys, Princeton out-rebounded Arizona yesterday. I know you guys have been focused on rebounding all year long. You're trying to get better at that. What have you gotten better at specifically so far that that you're prepared for this moment, especially with a team like that?
I think yesterday Princeton really outworked Arizona. They really fought hard. They fought for their life, and not saying that Arizona disrespected them, but they might have underlooked them a little bit. So I feel like going into tomorrow's game, we're going to work our hardest. We're not going to let anybody outwork us, and I think that's a big part into it. And obviously just working on our working on our box outs and making sure we fight on the boards.
I don't know if you guys caught it at the end of the Princeton-Arizona game yesterday, but a lot of the neutral fan base in the arena was kind of back in Princeton, kind of back in the underdog, as once again they'll be the lower seed, and a lot of people cheer for the underdog. How do you guys react to obviously the neutral fans usually being against you guys? How do you guys play through that?
Like I said earlier, it's March Madness. The teams that are here deserve to be here. So I mean, everybody loves a good, a little underdog story, but they're a great team. So it'll just be a good game. We don't really focus on seedings and all of that. We realize every team is a great basketball team in this tournament. So we're just gonna focus on what we need to do. And I mean, if the crowd goes for them, then that's cool as well. We're kind of just used to it, so it's all good.
Gabe?
Dre, so much of college basketball, or really basketball at all levels now, is the three-pointer and the dunk. Entire offenses revolve around it. When did you figure out you were a good mid-range shooter?
Way back when, maybe in high school, probably. And like I said, like I always say, played a lot of one-on-ones growing up where I'm from, so that shot is usually what you shoot most of the time in a one-on-one. So just kind of like over time, just try to keep perfecting my craft, and it helps out a lot. Sometimes it helps win games, so just try to keep doing it as much as possible and help as much as score as many ways as possible.
How does that? I mean, do teams focus, because coaches say like a 17-foot jump shot a lot of times is the worst shot there is, but do you find it being open because of what defenses focus on a lot more? Or?
Yes, that's really the main reason. Usually you're taught to guard the rim or the three, nowadays, like you said. So, sometimes just stopping on a dime in the mid-range is hard to guard. You're not prepared for it as well. And just, just the ability to get to it and create a shot, open shot, and it helps me out a lot.
Not many people can guard Dre's mid-range game, so I mean we see it every day. So I don't think anybody can really stop it.
Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, you did. Appreciate it.
I know you guys have talked about this all year, but what's the importance in March of kind of moving on to the next play? Having a short memory and something goes bad, forgetting it.
It's the only thing you can do. You can't dwell on the past. There's no more tomorrows, as we say. So the next play is the next best thing. Getting a stop or, just getting a better shot on the offensive end next time. It's the only thing you can do.
Who keeps you guys loose down the stretch? I mean, is there one guy, or is this just what this team does now because you've done it? You've been in so many close games.
I feel like we just feed off of each other for real. We got EGBs, so like energy generating behaviors. So I don't know, power clap. Energy generating behaviors, EGBs. So it's just like little things like daps and whatever. So we really feed off each other and get a stop. Stop the ball, create a turnover, stuff like that.
Yeah, if you ever see us, if we ever make a mistake, you should be looking for us to power clap, just two claps together, and that really just clears the mind, gets us focused on the next play, and makes you forget about what just happened and puts it in the past. Yes,
Yeah.
Yes, we have. Shout out Dr. Carr.
Yeah, shout out Dr. Carr, man.
He real.
Sticking with the topic of staying loose, this has been more of a fun one as well. I know a lot of you guys are on Twitter seeing a lot of the memes that the Missouri fan base makes. Any comments on those, and how do you feel when you see one that includes yourself in them? Because I've seen plenty that include all four of you guys.
I mean, I think we all love the memes for real. We look at them, we see them all the time. So I think it just shows our support and how the fans they got our back, and they find humor in whatever, and I don't know, we like that. So
Yeah, it's just been happening all year. I like to shout out to the MMA. Yeah, they holding us down right now. But nah, it's really just a good laugh. We're always sending each other each other's different memes. It keeps us loose for sure. So we're always laughing about that. And I guess they can just keep them coming. It's cool, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Give a big shout out to the Missouri fans. We appreciate it.
right.
Yeah, Nick even got one of Dre hanging up in his room, so we definitely see him.
So he's like answering a phone call, and it says like they was fraudulent. So I got like a little ordered a little flag. So I'm gonna hang it up next year or something like that. So yeah.
Any other questions? Oop.
I got one more.
One more, okay.
You're the only guy sitting here that every game you play here might be the last one you get to play. Does that change a mindset going in?
I can honestly say no, because these guys always make sure I try to stay clear-headed, clear-minded. They keep me happy, like you said, stay loose. If you think about stuff like that, you get kind of uptight. You start doing things you don't normally do. So these guys do a good job of just keeping me in the moment, keeping me present. Make me smile, keep me happy, and I give credit to my guys. I love them.
Okay. Thank you, fellas.
Thank you all.
Thank you, guys.